before I go over today's topic, just 5 minutes grace for people to join. If you've joined, welcome to today's info session. I just want to wait a little for others to join. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I think we have about 4 persons. Once we are up to like, let's say 6 or 10, we are going to start. What you can do is just please like this live, like the live. You can share to your people too. You can share this live to your friends. And if you have a question, as I'm talking, if you have a question, just write it on the comment section. Just write your questions on the comment section. I'll do good to answer all the questions for today. So basically, this info sessions is going to be happening every day by 9 p.m. Every day by 9 p.m. we are going to embark on an info session to tell you guys about study abroad opportunities. I believe like a lot of us we want to travel abroad for studies, either on scholarship or self-sponsorship. So in these info sessions, what I'll be doing every day by 9 p.m. for as long as possible is to come live every day by 9 p.m. to tell you guys, like, answer your questions about study abroad, scholarship, and at the same time, talk about different scholarship opportunities. So every day I'll be talking about a scholarship, one scholarship per day. So each day I'll talk about a scholarship. I'll tell you guys the requirements to apply for this scholarship. I'll tell you guys the eligibility, and I'll tell you guys also how to apply. I'll give you like step by step guide to apply for this scholarship. Then I'll answer every questions you might have. So whatever questions you have right now, just write on the comment section. Why I start this. So as I'm talking, if you have any question about what I say or any other questions about studying abroad, just write them on the comment section and I'll do well to answer them. So now, to study abroad, everybody, I mean everybody. Okay, maybe not everybody, because there are some people who are not interested in studying abroad. I've met people that had opportunities to travel abroad for studies, but they refused to take it. So I asked them why. Why don't you want to study abroad? I met somebody like this person, all her family members are abroad studying, but she said she wants to stay back in Nigeria. And I'm like, why? You have the opportunity, your parents can afford to send you abroad, but why do you want to stay in Nigeria? Why? So she was like, oh, she prefers to be in Nigeria, that she likes being in Nigeria than traveling out. I'm like, wow, that's surprising. And I believe there are people like that too. That, you know, can you guys hear me? Hope you guys can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, type on the comment section that you can hear me. Let me be sure I'm not talking to myself. Please, if you can hear me, type on the comment section that you can hear me, please. Please, guys, I need somebody to let me know that I am okay. Okay, thank you very much. Promise. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'll just go ahead. So it's possible that there are people that don't want to travel abroad for studies, and that is absolutely fine. The truth is that you can actually study in Nigeria. You can be in Nigeria and you'll be okay. But being in Nigeria requires you need to have money. You, you need to have money to be in Nigeria. If you want to enjoy Nigeria very well, you need to have money. That is like a fact. So for someone that is saying that I want to stay back in Nigeria and study in Nigeria, it means that this person has money. You get, like, their family has have money and they can afford to stay back. But for an average Nigerian that doesn't have like that much, we all look for opportunities to travel out and get, like, in quotes, greener pastures. Though the truth is, greener pastures is everywhere. So it depends on how you're able to utilize the opportunity. So I see a question. My question is that when another scholarship will be available and which age can apply for bachelor's degree. Okay, most times most scholarships are available from October against the next year's academic year. So for this year, applications are closed for this year 2025. So the next application opens from October. So there are various scholarships that open from October, November, December, January against next year's academic, session. Then the age for most scholarship is from 17 years and above. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, like up to, let's say, 28 for bachelors. So if you are up to like 28 years old, you can apply for bachelors. Then masters, let's say from 30, from 29, 30 to 38, you can apply for masters. Then for PhD, for a PhD student from, let's say, 39 to 48, you can apply for PhD. So most scholarships start October. So what you should start doing now is prepare yourself for when applications will start. So the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to start preparation. Start now to prepare against, when these applications will start, so that you won't have to start running after scatter. Now, what do you need to prepare? What do you need to prepare? Like the document you need to prepare. The most important document is your international passport. If you have an international passport, I want to see you write on the comment section that yes, I have. If you don't have, say I don't have. I want to see you post comments. If you have your international passport, comments I have. If you don't have, comments I don't have. If you're actively online, let's do that. If you have your international passport, just comment I have. If you don't have, comment I don't have. I want to see you guys comments. Okay. Somebody said I don't have. That's fine. If you don't have, that's fine. If you don't have, that's fine. So for those of you who don't have your international passport, what I will tell you is that start now to apply for your international passport. One of the most important documents to travel abroad is your international passport. If you don't have passports, like, I don't know how you want to do it. And you don't have to wait for, the die minute to, okay, Johnson says he has. That's good. So if you don't have, you have to start now to get your passport, because most times getting passport takes time, especially if you're doing it in Nigeria. If you apply today, like, your capturing can be like in a month or 2 months time. So the best thing you can do for yourself right now, start now to apply for your passport, so that before October, November, your passport is out and you can start applying for different opportunities, scholarships. And you may ask, how much does it cost to get a passport? For those in Nigeria, passport is about 50K, at least right now, at about 50K. It can be less, it can be more. Then if you want to do fast tracking, that's like 80K. So how do you apply for your passport? Go to the Nigerian Immigration Commission in your state, or you can apply online. So the first document you need is your international passport. Guys, please, I want you people to be liking this live, and please like and share and comment, so that you know a lot of people will see the live and join. So your international passport is the first document you need. The second document is your educational certificate. That is, if you're going for If you're going for bachelor's, that is your WAEC certificate. If you're going for master's, that is your degree certificate. If you're going for PhD, that is your master's certificate. So your educational certificate is very important. For some Nigerian students, it takes time before the school releases their certificate. So in this particular case, what you should do is to start early to inform your school about your certificate or statement of results. So start informing your school, start disturbing them now, telling them that you need either a statement of results or you need your certificate. That is, university students. That for those going for masters. Then for those going for bachelors, what you need is your original WAEC certificate. That is what you need. So if you don't have your original WAEC certificate, go to WAEC office and apply for it, or go to your secondary school and ask your principal that you need your WAEC certificate. So it's very important that you have your WAEC certificate. So I've mentioned two documents right now: your international passport and your WAEC certificate. Then your degree. Yeah, NECO can work in some, like there are some scholarships that accept NECO, but there are some that don't accept. So you can use your NECO. Like mostly you can use your NECO. What about we that have higher national? The thing is that there are like a lot of scholarships don't accept HND or ND. So depending on how old you are, I would advise that you go through bachelor's, you go and do another this thing. For example, Russia does not accept HND. If you're applying for Russia, they don't accept HND. You get. So for those that want to apply to Russia, HND certificate is not accepted. The only thing accepted is your degree certificate. But if you're applying to the US, like you can use your HND. I believe you can use your HND for US or Canada or any other country, or maybe Chinese, Japanese, or Turkey scholarship. But most times they require your degree certificate, your 4 years bachelor's degree or 5 years specialist degree certificate. So if you don't have a certificate, you should I would advise you to start over, go for another degree, like apply for bachelor's. That is if you're within the age range. For bachelor's, you should be at most, let's say 29 self, at most 29 years old for bachelor's. Please guys, let's try to like the live and share. So you should be at most 29 years old to apply for bachelor's. So if what you have is HND Johnson, if what you have is HND, what you should do is apply for bachelor's. That is if you're from 29 years downward. So yeah, then once you've gotten your passport, gotten your certificate, the next thing that you need is your transcript, your academic transcript. Some people don't know what transcript is. That is those who are just finishing secondary school. So I will tell you what your transcript is. Your transcript is your grade from SS1 to SS3. That is for those applying for bachelor's. So if they ask you for your academic transcripts, what they're asking you for is all your grades for all your courses, all your subjects from SS1 to SS3. How do you get your transcript? Go to your secondary school and tell your principal or your vice principal that you need your transcript. And your transcript must have your secondary school's letterhead. It must have your secondary school's letterhead and your principal's signature and your secondary school stamp. So letterhead, stamp, and signature must be contained, and the school's letterhead, yeah, must be contained in your transcript. So go to your secondary school and ask. Then, if you are going for masters, what you need is your bachelor's degree transcript. That is your grade from year one to year four. So all your university's grade from year one to year four, you need them. So what you should do is to go to your university, because some universities don't even like issuing out transcripts to students. They don't like issuing it at all. But some university can issue um, unofficial transcripts, why some don't at all. They'll tell you that you need to give them like details of the school where it should be sent to, or let's say an agency or something like that. So you need to find out from your university if they issue out transcript or not. If they don't, look for an agency that will help you receive your transcript. So your transcript is your grade from first year to final year for those in university. Okay, Johnson says another question I have is there any better job over, like when you mean over, like what country are you talking about? Do you mean Russia or any other country? If you're talking about Russia, if you mean Russia, Russia has like pretty good jobs. Like there are a number of jobs you can do as a student in Russia. You get, so it depends on what you want and what you can do, what you're comfortable doing. So there are both legal and illegal jobs you can do in Russia. So it all depends on your conscience, and it depends on your, like what you want to do, what you feel like you can do. So there are jobs like, working in restaurants as, let's say, like in the kitchen, in the cook, like as a cook, or working as a cleaner in the restaurant, or working as a like dishwasher, or working as a front desk officer, like you attend directly to customer. But with this, you have to know the language very well. You get. So please, I will give opportunity later to join me on the live. For now, just like those that are requesting to join, just wait. I will give opportunity to join me so that you can ask your questions with your mouth. But for now, just chill, okay? So the jobs you can do, you can also work as a delivery person. Like that one pays very well. If you work as a delivery person, it pays very well. Depends on how many hours you work though. Then you can work in factory. If you have the strength to work in factory, you can work in factory. Then you can work in construction site too. There are people that do that kind of job. Like you work in a construction site. People do it. I've done it before. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've done such job before in Russia. Then there are you can work as sales, like as a salesperson. There are international companies in Russia that employ international students. You can work as a salesperson. Then another job that gives like that pays very well is English teaching job. There are international schools in Russia that you can work as an English teacher, and there are Russian schools so that you can be employed as an English teacher. So that is like another way of making money in Russia. Then you know some other jobs. So once you get to Russia and once you've settled down, you will know what kind of job you would like to do, and you go for it. Yeah, so that is that about job. If you have more questions, please write on the comments. I'm going to answer them. So once you've gotten your international passport, gotten your educational certificate, gotten your transcripts, another certificate or document you need, depending on the country, is language proficiency, like SAT, TOEFL, IELTS. So if you're applying to schools like US, Canada, UK, Netherlands, Australia, you would be required to submit English language test score. So I would advise you guys to go and write it. If you haven't written it, go and write it. It will help to, though, as somebody from Nigeria, that English language, that English language is our official language. Like they tend to, overlook it or tell you to just present your WAEC or a document that shows that you studied in English. But if you have a language test score, it will help to boost your portfolio. It will add more prestige, it will add more power to your application. So when they are considering your application, they will consider the fact that you've written an English language test, and your score, if you now have a high score, it gives you better opportunity to get the scholarship. That is if you're applying to US or Canada, all these like Western countries. So if you haven't written an like a language proficiency exam, please, I would advise you go and write it. Another alternative for that is getting a letter a signed and stamped letter from your either secondary school or university stating that you studied in English. So that will serve like an exemption for you, and it will serve like a means to also boost your portfolio. So please, my advice, go and take a language proficiency test. You can take SAT, you can take IELTS. If you're going for a business course for masters like MBA, you should take GMAT or GRE. So like it's very important if you're going for like those kind of this thing, you can take it. So what else? Then the next document you will need is a recommendation letter. This one is important, non-negotiable. Every scholarship, every scholarship requires you, almost every scholarship rather, requires you to submit a recommendation letter. So who can write a recommendation letter for you? Your principal, if you're going for bachelor's, your principal in your secondary school, or a teacher, or your vice principal, or your school counselor can write a recommendation letter for you. Okay. So if you need that, you need to go to your secondary school together. Daniel says, please, can you talk about open door delay? I don't understand what, can you like elaborate on your question? What do you mean doors delay? Do you mean like what delay are you talking about exactly? Please expand on your questions and I'll answer you. So you can get a recommendation from your principal, your counselor. Then if you're going for masters, you can get a recommendation letter from a lecturer in your school. You can ask them to write a recommendation letter for you, or your VC or your dean or HOD. They can write for you. Okay. The thing is that Daniel, there are a lot of people applying for open door scholarship that applied for open door scholarship, and the winners and prize winners. And these people, including those who are applying as self-funded students, they all have to go through the ministry. So the ministry has and a lot of students they are attending to. You get? So the ministry is attending to both open door scholarship students, university and Russian government scholarship students, and they are attending to the university based scholarship students. Then they are attending to private students also, like those who are paying their school fees. So they have like a lot of students they are attending to. That is why there's always a delay in in considering your application, or that kind of thing. So all you have to do is just wait, provided that you are a scholarship awardee already. All you have to do is just wait. A lot of people are waiting, Daniel. So just keep waiting. Like once it gets your turn, they will consider your application and everything will move forward. But for now, all you have to do is wait. I believe I've answered you, Daniel. So if you have more questions, you can ask. So I was talking about recommendation letter. So you need a recommendation letter either from your your principal, your vice principal, your lecturers or teachers in your school, and you can get a recommendation letter from a leader, somebody that is not your family member. My battery is low. Let me disconnect this. Let me plug my phone. You guys should just be patient. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I believe you can hear me. So um another person that can write a recommendation letter for you is your leader, either in the church, your pastor in the church, or somebody that knows you that is not your friend or your family member. These are people that can write a recommendation letter for you. Someone that is not your family member or your friend. So your leaders in the church, or leaders, or your boss at work can write a recommendation letter for you, or your teachers, your lecturers, or somebody that knows you very well, but that is not your friend and that is not your family member. So I've mentioned international passports, I've mentioned educational certificates, I've mentioned transcripts, I've mentioned language proficiency test, I've mentioned recommendation letter. Another thing you need is award, certificates of achievement. One thing I want you guys to know, if you're from Nigeria, one thing I want you to know is that all these schools abroad, they don't care about your academic, how good you are academically. If you're saying that, oh, because I got first class, that I will automatically get a scholarship, that is not true. There are people that got first class, people that got a lot of A's and B's in their way, but they don't get it. So apart from your academic, you know, um prowess, your strength academically, these people consider your extracurricular activities. Some of you, they will tell you, come and take up leadership position, you say no. Come and contest for election, you say no. Come and be president, you say no. Come and do this one, you say no. Come and volunteer, you say no. You call yourself introvert, that you don't want to do anything, just want to stay at home. It's not good. So if you see opportunities to become a leader, take it. If you see opportunity to serve in any capacity, take it. If you see opportunity to volunteer for anything, take it. Apply for volunteering activities, attend conferences, attend events. You see all these conferences you are seeing that takes place, apply and attend. Tech conference, business conferences, marketing conferences, religious conferences, attend. If you see the one that they'll give you a tag, attend. If you're a sports person, go for competitions. Those your medals, they are important. If you know how to play football, if you know how to play basketball, if you know how to play table tennis, whatever sport you can do, go for competitions. If you're intelligent, you can spell, you can read, you can write, you can go for, there are a lot of competitions there for you to attend. A lot of spelling competitions, a lot of debate competitions, a lot of writing competitions. You don't know that all these things that they are going to help you if you want to apply for scholarships, they will help to make your application very, very strong. So you see awards, medals, scholarships, attending conferences. Then another thing is taking courses online. Some of you have never taken any course online before in your life. So go to Coursera, go to Udemy, go to Viva Kings, take up courses, apply for courses, especially that relating to whatever course you want to go for. If you're going for medicine, look for courses relating to medicine online and take them. 1 month of your time, 2 months of your time, use them to build yourself. Get different certificates. All these certificates are very important. They will help to build your portfolios very, very well, because these people are interested in your extracurricular activities. Guys, please make sure you subscribe. Please like this live and share it so that we'll have more people join us, please. So, like I was saying, attend events, take up courses online, go for competitions, use your gifts, use your talents. All these volunteer for activities, all these certificates you get, all those tags you get, they are very, very important. They will help you a lot in applying for scholarship. They'll make your this thing very strong. So if you have not done any of this, start today. Start today to do it. You can take as many courses as possible online and get certificate from them. Those certificates are going to help you. Then another thing you need is statement of purpose, letter of motivation. A letter of motivation is like an essay that tells people what is your motivation? Why are you applying to this scholarship? Why are you applying to this course? What are your goals in life, and how will this scholarship and this course, how will studying in this country help you to achieve these goals? That is what your letter of motivation should contain. But sir, before the end of this year, I will travel to Russia. If the thing is that you can't go to Russia this year again, okay, okay, Daniel, you're part of Open Doors, yeah. As an Open Doors winner for this year, yes, you're definitely traveling this year. So before the end of August, the ministry should be able to attend to everybody before the end of August, so that by ending August, you get your invitation letter. You can now go and apply for your visa. But yes, you're going to Russia this year. That's a must. So I was talking about letter of motivation. Your letter of motivation tells us what is your motivation for applying to the scholarship and applying to that country and choosing that course you're going for. How will studying that course, how will that scholarship, how will this country help you to achieve your goal? So if you don't know how to write a letter of motivation, start now to go and learn. You can check online, watch videos on how to write a letter of motivation. You can even ask ChatGPT to help you, give you a draft of a letter of motivation. Write it now and keep it, so that when application starts, you can use it and apply immediately. Do you understand? Then statement of purpose or personal statements. Now, your statement of purpose is an essay that talks about your personal goals, your ambitions, your future plans. So, what are your plans for life? What are your plans for the future? What are your personal goals? And how will the course you want to study help you to achieve these goals? How will studying in that country help you to achieve these goals? How will this scholarship help you to achieve these goals? So this is like another document you need. So if you don't have that, start now to prepare that particular document also. Do you understand? So these are like some of the documents you need to, like the major documents you need to apply for scholarships. I've mentioned your international passport, your educational certificate, that is your WAEC or your degree certificate. I've mentioned your transcript, that is your score from SS1 to SS3 or first year to final year. And I've mentioned your language proficiency test, that is SAT, IELTS, or TOEFL. I've mentioned recommendation letter. I've mentioned achievements. I've mentioned letter of motivation. I've mentioned letter of purpose. So these are the documents you need to prepare for scholarship. Now, what are the general eligibility criteria for scholarship? Number one is your age. I mentioned earlier the age gap for each of the level of education. If you're going for bachelor's, you should be at least 17 to 28 or 29 years old. If you're going for bachelor's, at least 17 to 29. If you're going for masters, at least from 30 to 38. If you're going for PhD, from 39 to 48. You get. But if your age is below 35, like if you're 30, you can apply for master. If you're 28, 25, you can still apply for masters. You get. But just know that you shouldn't go above the age limit. So that's what I mean. You shouldn't go above the age limit. So what else? Then strong academic background also counts. If you have a good result, it's a good result also like counts. It helps you to stand a better chance. But that's not all that they consider. But it helps you. It makes your application strong also. Then your country, the country you're from, also like helps. Like there are some scholarships that you cannot apply for as a Nigerian, because Nigerians are not accepted. So the country where you're from also like matters when you're applying for scholarship. What else do they consider? Then criminal records. In most scholarship, they will tell you to excuse me. Some scholarship will ask you that you should provide a police report that shows that you have a clean state, you have no criminal record. So you must have like a clean criminal record. You don't have any issue with police. You've not been arrested before. You've not been convicted before. You've not gone to prison before. So they are going to ask you that. Daniel says, I know someone who won open door scholarship this year and going for bachelor's and is 33. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So it actually depends on the school too. Some schools can accept someone that is 33, while some schools won't. In fact, majority of schools won't. So it depends. It depends. And another thing to consider is embassy. If you go for your visa interview, the embassy might ask you that why are you going for bachelor's at this age? You get, so like there are a lot of factors to consider. But since the thing is going well for the person, I mean, it's all good. Sometimes the ministry might not even grant you invitation. They'll tell you you're too old for that particular this thing. So there are a lot of factors that affect that. Yeah, so I was talking about clean criminal records. So you must have a very clean criminal record. Like, no, you've never been convicted, you've never had any court case, you've never had like any police case and all that. So yeah, that is that for that. So I think I can take people up now. If you want to join me up here to ask questions, I think this is the best time to do that. We have just about 19 minutes before we end this session. So if you have any question or you want to join me live, this is the time to do that. If you want to join me live, just send a request and I will accept your request. Or if you're too shy to come up, you can write your question on the comments. I'm going to do what to reply them. I saw someone ask me earlier on that where are you from? Well, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Lagos State, Nigeria. I'm a graduate of economics from Voronezh State University in Russia. I graduated last year, 2024. I graduated last year, 2024. Hi, Ifoma. Ifoma, can you hear me? Okay. Can you can you hear me, Ifoma?
Yes. Good
Hi, how
evening.
are you? Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, are you?
I'm okay. So, do you have any questions you want
I
to ask?
decided to join,
You say what?
I said I decided to join the life.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate. Do you have like any particular
Well,
question you want to ask?
not at all. I'm trying to follow up.
All right, no problem. No problem. So, guys, if you have like any question you want to ask, or if you want to come up with me, it's you can do that. Just send a request and I'll accept. Yeah, so I was telling you guys about myself. So I studied economics from Voronezh State University in Russia. I graduated last year. One thing about I finished with a blue diploma. So you may be wondering what a blue diploma is. In Russia, we have two kinds of diploma. Yeah, I'm currently in Nigeria right now, but I'll be going back soon for my masters. So in Russia, we have two kinds of diploma. We have the blue diploma and the red diploma. So if you see somebody with a red diploma, just know that this person has first class. You get, anybody you see with a red certificate, the person has a first class. So those with red diploma, they are first class students. Let's say from 4.5, is it no 4.7 to 5.0 CGPA, because Russia they use like 5.0. So some with from 4.7 to 5.0, like they are first class students. So any other person you see with a blue certificate, they have either second class upper, second class, or lower division. You get, so I finished with second class upper, basically. And one thing is that if you see somebody graduate from Russia, just congratulate them very well, because it's not easy to study in Russia. It's not easy at all. Like it's not easy. It's difficult, especially with the language. If you have to study with the Russian language, it's not an easy one. So if you see someone that graduates successfully from Russia, like you should congratulate them very well, because man, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm currently in Nigeria, but I'll be going back very soon for my masters this year, basically on scholarship. I studied on scholarship for my bachelor's under the Russian government scholarship and BA. Though right now they've cancelled the BA scholarship. I don't know. The Minister of Education says it is waste of resources. So he cancelled the scholarship, which is like very sad, but it is well. And that scholarship is like a very lucrative one. It's like a fully funded scholarship. It covers everything about your studies, like every single thing. But the man says it is waste of money, that they cannot keep up with paying stipend. So they cancelled the whole scholarship thing. It is well. So are there more questions you guys want to ask? Do you have more questions you want to ask me, so that I'll do justice to them? Otherwise, I'll just call it a night. Ah, sure. Send a request. Send a request. Let me see if I can add you. Add user, put user in time. Add as moderator. Send me a request. How do you let me see. Thank you very much, Promise, for the um well wishes. Um just take updated. If you don't have my number, um you can I think you can you can chat me up on Instagram from my channel. Check my channel's my profile, my channel. You can send me a message on Instagram, then I will send you my number. Then you can message me on WhatsApp, so that you can see my status. Cause I post most times on my status. I post updates on my status. Daniel, I don't know. Let me see. Mm, I don't know how to. Um, just check around if you see. Daniel, just check around if you see a way of. Um, yeah, just check, please. Okay, good. Promise, that's good. Just stay updated, stay active on my timeline and on my posts. Once October starts, once the scholarship starts, coming out, I post them on my status, and I also help people apply for open doors. I help people with the application and for other scholarships. But our services are paid for, though. Our services are paid for, so we can help you apply for these scholarships. So, yeah, Daniel, have you been able to see where to join? Because I can't see anywhere from here. How is life in Russia? My brother, life in Russia is how you want it to be, basically. It's how you want it to be. It can be fun, it can be tiring, it can be depressing, it can be very cold. So the thing is, one advice I would give to you, one free advice I would give to you is, don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Try to, you know, relate with people. Make friends with the Russians. Very important. Try to learn. In fact, the first thing first, try to learn the language. Because the Russians, they love it when you can speak their language. If you can speak their language, in fact, they will love you. So the first thing first is to learn their language. Make sure you learn the language very well. So once you've learned the language, try to make friends with the Russians. So with that, they will introduce you to things that will help you survive the country. You get. Then in terms of work, yeah, if you're 18, you can actually work. You can work. But the thing is that officially they don't advise you to work during the preparatory class. They don't allow you to work if they catch you. Like today, I received a call that a student was was expelled and sent back to Nigeria because they caught the student. The school caught the student working. So if they catch you working during the preparatory class, they might deport you. But that does not mean that you cannot work. You can work, but you have to be wise. You have to apply wisdom by doing that. So work discreetly. Don't allow yourself to be caught. So and make sure that you're actively going to school. Make sure that you're active in class and you're also doing your work. Don't miss classes too much, especially when you're in the so but when you're in first year, from first year and above, you can start working officially. That one is okay. You get. So how much can it take for you people to well for the amount we charge, like you can ask me that one in my DM. I'll answer you. You can ask that one in DM. I'll answer that for you. Yeah. Don't need to fear. You're 18 years. Your age is okay, Daniel. Your age is okay. 18 years is okay. So there's no need to be scared of the ministry. They are not going to deny you. So don't worry. It's if you are 17 or 16 that you should be afraid, but since you're 18, that's fine. That's fine. If you're 18, don't need to be scared. So then Russia is very cold. It's it's a very, very cold country. So you need to ensure that you cover up yourself very well. If you don't do well with cold, just make sure that you cover yourself very, very well. But after this bachelor, can I get my stay? Do you mean like get residency? Yes, you can. You can get temporary residence, and you can also apply for permanent residence after your graduation. So yeah, you can stay back in Russia after you graduate. You mustn't come back. It's not must to come back. You can stay back and work, stay back and build a life in Russia if you want. That is up to you. And you can also decide to go to another country. Like once you graduate, you migrate to a different country. You can do that also. Yeah. Or you can go back to Nigeria. That's also an option. If you have something to do in Nigeria, you can come back and stay in Nigeria. So it all depends on you and what you want, basically. Yeah. So are there more questions? No, I don't have a I don't have residency. I did not apply for it. But once I'm done with my masters, I'm going to apply. Once I'm done with my masters, I will apply for it. Even though in the long run, I don't think I want to stay back in Russia in the long run. But yeah, I will apply for the residency once I'm done with my masters. Any more question? Or if you need clarification, anything, just type it. Or if you want to join the live, I can bring you up. Let me answer your questions. If there are no more questions, I can just go ahead and end the live. Then tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. tomorrow, we'll continue with another thing. The amount you'll be making depends. So it depends. It depends. It depends on the kind of job you're doing. It depends on the city you're at. It depends on um how many hours you work. But averagely, you can earn up to 30k rupees in a month, and in naira that's about 500k. So in a month, you can earn up to like 500k. That's like 30k rupees. It can be more than that. It can be lower than that. So it depends on you. Depends on the job you got. Depends on how many hours you work. Depends on what else. Depends on the city you're living. So some cities like you can get paid higher, while some the payment is lower. So it all depends. It all depends. There's no distance to it basically. Moscow. That's good then. Moscow is good. Moscow, like there are a lot of jobs you can do in Moscow. There are a lot of jobs you can do in Moscow, and in Moscow you get paid higher in Moscow. But the thing about Moscow is that this standard of living in Moscow is high. So it's more as if as you're earning, you're spending. Transportation in Moscow is high. Accommodation in Moscow is high. Stuff in Moscow is high. Like things in Moscow are high. So that's why they pay you higher in Moscow because you spend higher. But yeah, like there are a lot of job opportunities for you to do in Moscow. A lot of job opportunities. A lot, like a lot. You just have to shine your eyes. You have to you have to know people. You have to make sure that you relate to people a lot, both Russians and Africans in Moscow. You have to relate because information is power and people are also power. The people you know, the information you have will help you during your stay. Like it will help you in getting jobs, in getting opportunities. So you need to relate to people. You need to know people. You need to talk to people. You get so once you get to Moscow, try your best. First of all, try to learn the language very well, as much as possible. Learn the language. Then once you've learned the language, relate with people. Relate with your classmates. Relate with people in your hostel. Relate with random people, random Russians. Like go out, attend events, and all that kind of things. So that will help you. It will help you a lot. Yeah. So in about 2 minutes, I'll be ending this live. In about 2 minutes. So if you have further questions, please do not ask. If you want to come up, if you want to join the live, please send a request and I will bring you up. Yeah, Daniel, you're welcome. I guess that should be all for today. So thank you guys for joining today's info session. Tomorrow we go again. Tomorrow we go again. So tomorrow I would let you guys know what we are going to do tomorrow. Most likely we'll start considering like different scholarships. We'll start looking at different scholarships from tomorrow and how to apply to them, when they'll be available, and all that. We'll start from Russia. We will start considering different scholarships available for you to study in Russia first. Then once we are done with Russia, we'll probably look at other countries before we get to US, Canada, and the rest of them. So yeah, don't miss any of this info session. No, don't miss it for anything. Make sure that you're able to attend all the info session because you'll be getting a lot. But in case you miss, I'm going to upload this video. You can go and watch them later on. So yeah, it's time. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for the active participants, Daniel and Promise. Thank you guys for staying to the end. I hope to see you tomorrow. I believe you've gained valuable insights tonight from today's info session. So tomorrow is another day to get another valuable insight. Please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, click on the subscribe button. Watch our videos. Check out the videos we have. Watch them. Like, comments where necessary, so that we can grow our channel. So thank you guys and good night. Have a lovely night. Bye.